This is Untold, a space of presence, a space of forming and dissolving, a space between worlds, between sound and silence, between what was lost and what has always been waiting for us. Here, I sit with poetry, with mystery, with dancing. This is not a place for answers. It's a space for wonder, for trust, for unfolding. And you're not an audience here. You're a witness, a gentle companion to what dares to rise. You're welcome to sit here with me as you are, as we are, to witness what wishes to surface. And in this tender act of observing, we become nothing else but presence itself. Welcome to Untold, where stories are not told, they are remembered. Hello, my fellow witnesses. Welcome back to another episode of Untold, another sharing from the heart. Today, I want to sit with something delicate. The silence that follows giving, the ache of unmet expectations, and the quiet transformation that takes place when love isn't met in the way we imagined. There is a strange kind of grace in disappointment, not the grace that comforts, but the one that cuts clean and deep, revealing the tender place where ego was quietly nesting. We are taught to thank those who love us, who uplift us, who mirror back the beauty we long to see. But what of those who do not respond? What of those who say nothing when we expected everything? Those who perhaps unknowingly mirror our wounds, our hidden identities waiting to be seen. Shouldn't we be even more grateful to them? Because it's only the ego that suffers from silence. Only the ego that counts time, tallies gifts, tightens around, I gave, so why didn't you? The soul doesn't deal in transactions. It knows nothing of reciprocity or timelines. It only gives because giving is its nature. When someone doesn't meet us in the way we hoped, they invite us to meet ourselves more honestly. Not the self beyond self, but the small self still clinging to old conditions, our ego. I'm lovable if they love me back. I'm valuable if they reply. I am safe if I am seen. What if the silent one or the unhealed one is our teacher? Not because they intended to be, but because the ache they left behind became a mirror. And in that mirror, we no longer see them, we see ourselves. Last night, after so long of thinking I had made peace with silence, I was hurt by it again. And I told myself, maybe I'm still learning. Maybe I'm still learning how to be good with silence, and that's okay. Especially the silence of those I love deeply. Because that kind of silence can feel like fading, like I'm losing them. But this too is a lesson, a refining. There is a presence that only emerges when all forms we long for dissolve. A presence that says, your happiness is not in the reply, not in the acknowledgement, not in the gift being received the way you would have received it. Your happiness is here, in this breath, in this unshaped, holy stillness, in the absence of all absences. حافظ وظیفه تو دعا کردن است و بس، در بند آن مباش که نشنید یا شنید. Your task, Hafiz, is only to send your prayer, but not concerned if it is heard or not. This is what liberation looks like. To put your good intention into the world and ask nothing in return. Because you give not to be seen, but because it's your nature to give good. And yet, some silences are easier than others. Some still catch the ego off guard, make it ache, flinch, wonder. But that's okay. Because every suffering, every unreturned gesture, every unmet expectation is a chance to burn the dross, to refine. This is not a failure. This is a return to a wound that remained slightly unhealed. A return to a place where we thought we had already mastered. But this too is part of the path in the quest valley. This is refinement. This is refinement. The ego that wants the world to revolve around it, it's nothing. It is of no importance. And the higher self, it needs no reply. It is the reply. It needs no safety. It is safety. It is generosity. It is beauty. It is love. So today I practice a different kind of gratitude. Not the easy kind. The kind that bows to the one who didn't say thank you, who didn't write back, who didn't meet me where I thought they would. Because in their absence, I found a presence within me that no one can take away. Let me share with you the rhythm of longing from the tongue of Attar, describing the quest valley, the valley of emptying, of refinement, of sacred ache. Just a few lines from the journey he once traced in fire. As always, I gift you the rhythm. You gift yourself the meaning in the subtitles. چون فرو آیی به وادی طلب، پیشت آید هر زمانی صد تعب. جد و جهد اینجا باید سالها، زان که اینجا قلب گردد کارها. ملک اینجا باید انداختن، ملک اینجا بایدت در باختن. در میان خونت باید آمدن، بس همه بیرونت باید آمدن. چون نماند هیچ معلومت به دست، دل بباید پاک کرد از هرچه هست. چون دل تو پاک گردد از صفات، تافتن گیرد ز حضرت نور ذات. چون شود آن نور بر دل آشکار، در دل تو یک طلب گردد هزار. چون شود در راه او آتش پدید، بر شود 100 وادی ناخوش پدید. خویش را از شوق او دیوانه وار، بر سر آتش زند پروانه وار. سر طلب گردد ز مشتاقی خویش، جرعه می خواهد از ساقی خویش. جرعه از آن باده چون نوشش شود، هر دو عالم کل فراموشش شود. غرقه دریا بماند خشک لب، سر جانان می کند از جان طلب. ز آرزوی آن که سر بشناسد او، ز اژدهای جان ستان نهراسد او. کفر و لعنت گر به هم پیش آیدش، در پذیرد تا دری بگشایدش. چون درش بگشا چه کفر و چه دین، زان که نبود زان سوی در آن و این.